everyone, and welcome back to another To Die For Friday video. So for today's video, we're going to be making a shaker birthday card. We're going to be using the Happy Birthday die from Lawn Fawn, as well as the largest stitched circle from the Lawn Fawn Stitched Circles die, and the largest stitched circles frame. So I'm gonna go ahead and go cut out all my pieces, and I will be right back. Okay, I'm glad I did that off camera. I'm using 110-pound cardstock for my card base. This is actually a scrap piece of cardstock that I had left over, and it was all messed up. So I thought, you know, if the die fits, I'm gonna use it, and it did. I will have to say though, it did take a little bit to get it through the die cut machine. It was very hard to do, and it didn't quite cut all the way through, so it's left a little bit of a rough edge. I'm okay with that. The person I'm giving this to is not going to be that concerned about it. But I do love the fact that it does give a little bit of an impression on the inside, which I really do like. So I have all my pieces here. So I left the acetate on my cutting plate, or my base plate, just so that one side stays clean. So I wiped over it with a Swiffer, wiped over my plate as well with the Swiffer to get up any lint, stuff like that. And then I have the side that will be facing up, face down, so that I can then just go over it with the Swiffer to remove any dust or particles, but I won't have to worry about constantly touching it. So we have all of our pieces. This is pattern paper from Doodlebug's Sugar Shop 6x6 paper pad. This is from back in 2014, so, but I wanted to share that with you. I love, 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 love Doodlebug. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to set our pieces aside, and we're going to actually color this with Copic marker. I didn't want to cut it out in white. I wanted it to hold up well, so this is also cut out from 110 cardstock. So I knew obviously I wasn't going to, but I didn't want to cover the whole thing. I just want to color the die itself. So I'm going to pick a color. I haven't quite decided what I'm going to put in my shaker, so I'm trying to decide. I think I'm going to go with, there's a lot of pink in the card, so I am going to avoid pink as much as I can, but I think I'm going to go with a blue, and I think we'll do royal blue. Let's see. That might be a bit too dark, so let's go with sky. I had kind of decided this as I was cutting things out. Let's see, ice blue. I want it to stand up well against the pink background. The dark one might be my go-to color there. Let's see. Oh, I like this one. We'll do this. Okay, so I'm going to be using B06 Peacock Blue, and we're just going to go over it. I'm not using the whole sentiment, so I just cut out what I needed. And for now, I am leaving the little pieces in there, and actually, as I go over this with my marker, I kind of like the little bit of white that it leaves. I'll zoom in here in just a second. So you can see what I'm talking about, hopefully. Really close focus. Okay, so yeah, so you see the little bit of white around where that insert piece needs. I think I'm going to keep that because I really do like that. Some of them have them, some of them don't. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and leave them on there. And this will give a nice way of attaching it to the acetate. Or the transparency, excuse me. And the transparency that I'm using, I picked it up from Goodwill. Let me zoom you back out because I just colored all that. You were still zoomed in. I picked it up from Goodwill, and it was just a pack of these Rite-On transparency films. So for $2.99, I ended up with roughly 100 sheets. I assume that there's 100 in there. So if you're looking for transparency, you can certainly, well, not certainly, you can probably find them at Office Depot, not Home Depot, Office Depot, Office Max, Staples, that's the other one I was thinking of. But I would definitely check out Goodwill. But if you do check out Goodwill and you find a box, do open it up. I was standing in line at the checkout one day, and I had this box and another box. I was so excited. I was like, yeah, this will be great. And I had dropped the box, and of course, you know, I mean, it was rubber band shut, but it had opened enough that I could see the transparency was written on. So I was like, I don't know if I can get rid of that. So I put it back, and I kept this box, but I definitely opened it up to see. And so, yeah, definitely want to check to make sure. I don't know why I didn't check, like, while I was looking at it, but definitely glad that, you know, I dropped it. Okay, so we're going to set that aside, and we're going to assemble our card. So we're going to assemble our shaker first and then add. I was thinking about using these hearts and stars from Michaels or from Recollections, but I think I want to use some beads. I think I'm going to use some white. I think I'm going to use these white and blue ones. And I think just those two. I just really like them. Sorry. This was also a find at Goodwill. Oh, now I can't decide. I kind of want a confetti look, but I didn't really want to use sequins necessarily. But I really do like these. I think they're really pretty. Of course, now I've also got like a Frozen card, shaker card kind of in mind now. Yeah. No, let's see. I'll be right back. I gotta figure this out. Okay, so I have this packet, I don't even know where I got it, of like multicolored hearts and stars. And I really like that because there's a whole bunch of different colors in there. So I think I'm going to use this. But what I want to do is I'm going to actually just a little, which kind of also help dull down. But it'll take some of the static away. But I don't want the powder. So I'm going to wipe it off. I know, kind of counterproductive there. And we're going to... Actually, before I do that, I need to attach my stuff together. So this will be going on the back of here, but on top of our acetate. So I need to find my scissors so I can trim them off. So we're going to kind of line this up. And take some multi-medium matte here, maybe. There we go. And we're just going to put a little tiny bit. Glad I tested that little bubble. Well, now it's not coming out. There we go. Just going to do a tiny bit of that. And then, I know, I just kind of goofed that up, didn't I? Hold that in place. I know I'm off camera. I'm sorry. There we go. Just need to hold the other end. And we're going to put some glue right there. Hold that in place. And snip off that end. Okay, and then this allows us to have more places to put the glue for our acetate. So a little of this does go a long way, but I'm also trying to ensure that the center pieces stay in place. There we go. It's clogged up. But it does dry matte, which is, of course, very nice. There. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and line up our acetate. And by cutting everything out with the dies, it makes things super easy to line up. Because you know everything fits in place. So we're just going to squish this all in place. And I'm actually going to put it between my plates while I get out my .3M Scotch Adhesive Massive Roll. I keep it in a Recollections Memory Keeper pocket just to stop dust and hair and stuff from getting on it. You don't have to do that. I just don't have anywhere to keep this thing when not in use. So we're going to take a good chunk of this. I think that's probably more than enough. And we're going to fold it in half so we get double thickness so everything can shake around nicely. And then we're going to cut it into our strips. And I'm going to remove the backing from both sides and hope that this is not too wide. Oops, this end is a bit. And we're just going to place it on right around the edges. So you do want to not have any spaces. I'm actually going to make this side a little bit more narrow. So you could definitely make it longer, but I knew I wouldn't need that whole piece there. In fact, I want to put that back down so I can hold it in place. see that I definitely should have gone a little longer. That's okay. Yep. That one wasn't long enough. Huh. Of course, on camera, right? This is too wide. Oh my goodness. It's supposed to be a short video. And my acetate is pulling away. That's not good. Just gotta hold that in place. Oh, I'm sorry, I am so off camera. I apologize for that. Okay. Let me get a... Sorry, I had a little glue over. There we go. Okay. So, now that we have our piece in place, we're going to dry this. We are going to take our powder tool here and we're going to do a careful coat so that nothing sticks to the sides. And then just very, very carefully remove any excess powder that might have gotten in the center. And then we're going to add our filling. Maybe if this will open. Okay. And you can add as much or as little as you want. I'm actually going to add quite a bit. You don't want to add too much that it won't shake around. Then remove the backing. Make sure that's stuck down. Line that up. Flip it over. Now you have a nice little shaker card. It's a little off center there, but that's okay. That is okay. We can actually trim that down, I think. Let's see, let's get our card base, see how bad it is. Yep. Hold on just one second. Okay, sorry about that. Someone opened my door and I went ahead and did a little card surgery, so it's a little easier or neater on the sides. Of course, now I've got confetti all over me. So we have our nice little shaker card there, and we're just going to go ahead and use my ATG to adhere it down. Again, I am not super concerned the recipient getting this card. I can't tell you who, because they could end up watching my video. Is not going to be super worried about it. And I am trying to let go of my OCD. It's not working, but I'm... And this piece up. going to line them up and then press down, and I'm actually going to do the inside here. Okay, so that is our shaped shaker card. Not as awesome as I can usually do it. You can see all that really, really fun multicolored in there. And then the fun pattern paper behind, but you don't lose the birthday sentiment. So thank you guys so much for joining me. I hope you all have a wonderful day and a fantastic weekend, and we'll see you next time. Bye.